Meghan becomes enraged by Harry's repulsive statement. The costly error that could cause Sussex's finances to vanish completely. Not only has it caused a major security crisis, but it will also forever damage their reputation. Thank you for joining us at Princess Diana News Channel, where we extend our heartfelt greetings to all returning viewers. The most detrimental repercussion for Prince Harry is likely to stem from his bold assertion in Spare, his forthcoming book, where he states that he took the lives of 25 Taliban fighters during his time as an army helicopter pilot in Afghanistan. I doubt his reputation will ever bounce back from that. The majority of the alleged revelations in the memoir primarily involve sharing the family's personal details with the public, which Harry and Meghan have consistently done ever since they moved to California. Sure, several of these disclosures are quite surprising, but their utmost significance lies in validating the preconceived notions that the majority of individuals had formed about Harry. In my perspective, the most astonishing aspect was his attribution of dressing up as a Nazi for a costume party in 2005 to the influence of William and Catherine. This simply demonstrates that Harry has yet to accept accountability for his own foolish deeds. This also reaffirms the idea that Harry will consistently position himself as the victim, regardless of the circumstances. He will never assume responsibility. In addition, why did he openly disclose the circumstance of losing his virginity to an older woman in the vicinity of a pub? This choice of behavior does not align with the conduct expected of a gentleman. Men refrain from discussing such topics, especially in public or in a memoir. There are countless other instances where it is evident that Harry's judgment is remarkably lacking. Afterwards, while discussing the movie, fight with William occurred at his residence in London. I was truly astonished to hear that Harry expressed his deep distress over the fact that William had inadvertently damaged his necklace. It's quite surprising how Walter Bagehot, a renowned 19th-century constitution specialist, appeared unaffected by any hint of embarrassment as he delved into writing about the monarchy. We should avoid bringing sunlight to magical experiences. And that restriction has been utterly demolished. Harry's utilization of a flashlight to illuminate even the most obscure parts of the monarchy is resulting in its deterioration and loss of credibility, thereby transforming it into a subject of mockery. I find it incredible that he believed it was appropriate to proudly share his acts of eliminating Taliban operatives, all while expressing his distress over a broken necklace. It appears that Harry's true priority lies in the promotion of their claimed truth and alleged life experiences, even if it means prioritizing financial gain above all else. Harry's portrayal as a narrator highlights his lack of reliability. After his encounter with William, the man immediately contacted his therapist, emphasizing his role as a Taliban assassin. However, in previous reports on the immoral actions of the royal family, Harry expressed that during Meghan's struggle with suicidal thoughts and her own mental health issues, she faced them alone without any assistance from others. I fail to comprehend how that could possibly be accurate, especially considering the fact that Harry had his therapist readily available at all times. However, the inclusion of the contentious statement about killing Taliban members in Harry's remarks will continue to be a lingering issue for both him and the royal family. It is uncalled for, it is improper, and it is unsuitable, not to mention it goes against British etiquette. This event fundamentally changes how the public perceives Harry, and there is no way to reverse it. Even Americans, who generally show more support for Harry and Meghan than the British, are now starting to criticize him. He exacerbated the situation by asserting that he perceived the targets as mere chessboard pieces. And if that was the only occurrence, it would have been sufficiently negative. However, Harry also violated the long-standing tradition amongst British military veterans of refraining from discussing their experiences in war, including any killings they may have been involved in. The reason behind Harry's decision to disregard that convention remains unknown to anyone but himself. However, it seems that many individuals are extremely displeased with this situation, and I understand their frustration. Former military personnel, including individuals who had been Harry's colleagues during his time in Afghanistan, are currently voicing their opposition to his statements. Furthermore, the accounts given by civilians who were descended from those who had served in wars proved to be particularly enlightening. Clearly, it is not suitable for Harry. I genuinely can't understand why he thought it was wise to say that, and it baffles me that those around him didn't intervene. From my perspective, a conscientious publisher or ghostwriter would have strongly advised him to remove those comments. However, from my perspective, it seems that the publishers prioritize creating content that will generate attention-grabbing titles and boost book sales. They have little concern for the consequences that may arise. All they need to do is provide a valid reason for the large sum of money they already gave to Harry as an advance for backup. I believe Meghan Markle is the only person whom Harry truly listens to. I believe he always seeks her approval before speaking or acting, but in this particular situation, her input would have been irrelevant. She possesses no knowledge regarding British military tradition or the potential repercussions that may ensue from disregarding it. It is possible that Meghan could have encouraged him in discussing harmful actions, possibly in an attempt to challenge the common belief that Harry is easily influenced by her. She likely believed it would serve as a reminder to individuals of his genuine masculinity. And if that was the case, what a significant misjudgment it turned out to be. Harry's actions have not only made him vulnerable but also put his family and neighbors at risk. Harry's actions have put the safety of all members of the British royal family at risk. Presently, it would be unwise to be in close physical proximity with Harry. I am aware that Montecito is proficiently populated with affluent residents. I have come across reports indicating that individuals are growing increasingly weary and discontented with their presence, contemplating the initiation of a petition urging the immediate departure of these two individuals from the town. At present, Islamic social media platforms are inundated with posts characterizing Harry as a warrior, extremist, and killer. Additionally, they are promoting the belief that Harry takes pleasure in causing harm to Muslims. It's quite frightening when considering the potential consequences of this uncertain path. The Taliban strongly criticizes Harry for his cruelty and barbarism. They insist that he be presented before an international court in light of his unabashed admission of guilt. Now, certain individuals within the Taliban and its affiliates may be contemplating a significantly more aggressive reaction. The peril that Harry and those close to him are currently encountering is not merely a calculated and skillful plot for revenge through assassination. However, I suppose it's not entirely impossible to dismiss that possibility. Now, individuals aspiring to become jihadists, whether in America or anywhere else, must surely be contemplating the potential opportunity for personal triumph. The current situation must have caused a significant level of frustration for the private security service that Harry and Meghan rely on. I find it difficult to comprehend the current actions of Harry's security teams. It appears they are in a state of panic. To put it interestingly, this entire saga has captured significant international attention. What level of intelligence does he possess? Given the circumstances, I would promptly submit my resignation if I were part of Harry's security team. Private security forces lack the capability to effectively handle terrorist threats. Whether the actions are structured or haphazard, particularly when pertaining to acts such as suicide bombings, is inconsequential. There are speculations suggesting that Harry intentionally orchestrated these events as a strategic move to reclaim his position as a British close body protection officer, leveraging its extensive network with international intelligence and security agencies. I sincerely hope that is not accurate, but realistically, I wouldn't underestimate them. However, if that is truly their intention, I believe this is yet another error in judgment on their behalf. I believe it is highly unlikely that someone who shows such a disregard for their own safety will receive constant official protection anymore. I have serious doubts about Harry's ability to utilize that defense effectively. It appears that the sentiment towards Harry and Meghan is shifting negative in the eyes of the public. The book has determined their future. Before the book was released, they were already on a clear path towards becoming irrelevant, and even being scorned, in the UK. However, now even Americans who were usually more understanding are starting to reconsider their views on Meghan and Harry. A prominent CNN news anchor has criticized the book as lacking refinement. According to one prominent columnist, Americans were tired of hearing about his predicament. Harry was described as an individual who is incapable of owning up to his own errors, comparing him to an infant in the process. Late-night comedy shows are delighting in satirizing Meghan and Harry's situation. The Daily Beast, who is typically supportive of Meghan and Harry, is also beginning to criticize them. I've been expressing this sentiment for quite some time now, foreseeing that the outcome was never going to be positive. I believe that individuals would eventually grow tired of incessant complaints and the display of their identity as victims. Simply repeating the familiar tales repeatedly, all the while enjoying exceedingly advantaged lifestyles. However, in my opinion, Harry's book has greatly accelerated the process of disillusionment. Breakneck speed driven primarily by Harry's assertions of having successfully eliminated numerous Taliban members. Certainly, I am confident that will not deter numerous individuals from purchasing the book. I strongly believe that the book will undergo numerous reprintings in the future. However, the outcome is yet to be determined. It appears that Harry's actions in this book have caused significant displeasure, suggesting that he may finally be held accountable for his errors. What are your thoughts on Harry's memoir? Share your opinion in the comments below, and let's discuss what lies ahead for him and Meghan. If you find my video helpful, please don't forget to spread the word by liking and sharing it with others who would appreciate it. Please consider subscribing to our Princess Diana News channel for further updates from our team. I appreciate your viewership, farewell, and looking forward to reconnecting with all of you later this evening.